A young woman stood frozen at an airport gate, watching thick black smoke pour from an engine. Passengers screamed and ran, but she moved toward the danger, not away from it. What happened next would turn an ordinary traveler into a hero and change dozens of lives in just 7 minutes. Before we dive in, what time are you listening? Where are you from? Drop a comment below and tell me, and please like and subscribe for more videos like this. She was 24 years old. Her name was Maya Chen. She worked as a chemical engineer at a manufacturing plant in Portland. That morning, she was supposed to fly home to Seattle for her mother's birthday. She arrived at the airport 2 hours early, grabbed a coffee, and sat near gate 17. The terminal was packed. Families with children, business travelers typing on laptops, elderly couples holding hands. Maya pulled out her phone and texted her mother that she would be home soon. Everything felt normal. Everything felt safe. But in 6 minutes, that would change. A Boeing 737 sat parked at the gate. Passengers were already boarding. The flight attendants smiled and checked tickets. The pilots ran through their pre-flight checks. Maya watched the plane through the window. She noticed something odd, a small trail of liquid dripping from beneath the left wing. She squinted. It looked like fuel. She stood up and walked closer to the window. Yes, it was definitely fuel. A slow, steady drip forming a small puddle on the tarmac below. She felt uneasy. She looked around. Nobody else seemed to notice. The ground crew was busy loading luggage. The gate agents were scanning boarding passes. Maya bit her lip. Should she say something? Maybe it was normal. Maybe planes leaked fuel all the time. But something in her gut told her this was not right. She walked to the desk. "Excuse me," she said to the gate agent. "I think there is a fuel leak on that plane." The agent barely looked up. "Ma'am, our maintenance team checks every aircraft. It is perfectly safe." "But I can see it from here," Maya insisted. "There is fuel dripping under the wing." The agent sighed. "Ma'am, if you are nervous about flying, we can put you on a later flight. But I assure you, everything is fine." Maya felt her cheeks burn. She was not nervous. She was trained to spot chemical hazards. She knew what a dangerous leak looked like. But the agent had already turned away. Maya walked back to her seat. She sat down. She stared at the plane. The drip continued. Faster now. More fuel pooling on the ground. Her hands started to shake. She could not ignore this. She stood up again. This time, she did not go to the gate agent. She walked straight to the window and took out her phone. She started recording the leak. She zoomed in. The footage was clear, undeniable. She turned and walked quickly toward the airport security office down the hall. She had to make someone listen. She found a supervisor near the security checkpoint. His name tag read Officer Martinez. She showed him the video. "Sir, I am a chemical engineer. That is a serious fuel leak. If anything sparks near that plane, it could ignite." He looked at the video. His face changed. He grabbed his radio. "All units, we have a possible fuel leak at gate 17. Ground all operations immediately." Maya felt relief flood through her. Finally, someone was listening. But then she heard it. A loud bang. An explosion of sound that shook the windows. She spun around. Flames erupted from the left engine of the plane. Black smoke poured into the sky. People screamed. Passengers inside the terminal scattered. Children cried. Chaos exploded in every direction. Officer Martinez shouted into his radio, "We have a fire at gate 17. Evacuate the plane now. Repeat, evacuate now." Maya ran back toward the gate. Her heart pounded. The plane was still attached to the jet bridge. Passengers were still inside. She could see their faces through the windows. Panic, terror. The flight attendants were trying to open the emergency exits. But something was wrong. The slides were not deploying. The fire was spreading. Thick smoke filled the cabin. People were coughing, banging on the windows. Maya reached the gate. The gate agents were frozen. "Do something," she screamed. "Open the jet bridge. Get them out." One of the agents stammered, "We cannot. The system locked when the alarm went off. We need maintenance to override it." "How long will that take?" Maya demanded. 10 minutes. Maybe more." Maya looked at the plane. Flames licked the side of the fuselage. The smoke was getting thicker. Those people did not have 10 minutes. She made a decision. She ran past the agents, down the jet bridge, toward the plane door. "Wait," someone shouted behind her. "You cannot go in there." But Maya was already at the door. She grabbed the handle, pulled. It did not budge, locked from the inside. She pounded on it. "Open the door." "Let me help you." A flight attendant appeared on the other side of the window. Her face was pale. She was coughing. She tried to open the door, but the mechanism was jammed. Maya looked around. She saw a fire extinguisher mounted on the jet bridge wall. She grabbed it, ran back to the door, slammed the base of the extinguisher against the door handle. Once, twice, 3 times. The handle cracked, bent. She hit it again. It broke off. The door swung open. Smoke poured out. Maya covered her mouth with her sleeve. The flight attendant stumbled forward. "Thank you," she gasped. "We could not get it open." "How many people are inside?" Maya asked. 42 passengers. 3 crew. Maya stepped into the cabin. The smoke was thick, burning her eyes. She could barely see. She heard coughing, crying, panic. She shouted, "Everyone stay calm. Move toward the front. Single file. Do not push. Follow my voice." She grabbed the nearest passenger, an elderly man, and guided him to the door. "Go," she said, "down the jet bridge." "Run," he stumbled forward. She went back for the next person, a woman with a baby, then a teenager. One by one, she pulled them through the smoke. Her lungs burned, her eyes watered, but she did not stop. The flight attendants helped. Together, they formed a chain, passing passengers from the back of the plane to the front. The fire was getting worse. Maya could feel the heat. The metal walls were hot to the touch. They had maybe 2 minutes before the whole plane went up. She counted heads as people passed. 38, 39, 40, 41, one more. "Where is the last passenger?" she shouted. The flight attendant pointed toward the back. A man. He passed out from the smoke. Maya did not hesitate. She ran down the aisle, crouching low where the air was clearer. She found him slumped in his seat, unconscious. She grabbed him under the arms, dragged him up. He was heavy, dead weight, but adrenaline gave her strength. She pulled him down the aisle. Step by step, her vision blurred. Her lungs screamed for air. She reached the door. Officer Martinez was there. He grabbed the man, pulled him out. Then he reached for Maya. "Come on now." She stumbled onto the jet bridge just as a second explosion rocked the plane. Flames engulfed the cabin. The windows shattered. Heat blasted through the jet bridge. They ran, all of them, down the bridge and into the terminal. Emergency crews flooded the gate. Firefighters sprayed foam on the burning plane. Paramedics treated passengers for smoke inhalation. Maya collapsed against a wall, coughing, shaking. Officer Martinez knelt beside her. "You saved them. All of them. You saved 45 people." Maya could not speak. She just nodded. Her hands were black with soot. Her lungs felt like fire. But everyone was alive. Every single person. The airport was evacuated. Investigators arrived. They examined the wreckage. They reviewed the footage Maya had recorded. They interviewed witnesses. Their report was damning. The fuel leak had been visible for over 20 minutes. Ground crew had missed it. Maintenance had missed it. The gate agents had dismissed Maya's warning. If she had not acted, if she had not recorded the leak, if she had not forced that door open, dozens of people would have died. The airline released a statement. They praised Maya as a hero. They promised to review their safety protocols. But Maya did not want praise. She wanted accountability. She testified before the Federal Aviation Administration. She provided her video evidence. She explained how easy it would have been to prevent the fire. Her testimony led to new regulations. Mandatory fuel checks before every boarding. Enhanced training for ground crews. Better emergency override systems for jet bridge doors. Airlines across the country updated their procedures. All because one young woman refused to be ignored. Maya returned to her job in Portland, but she was different now. She had seen how quickly disaster could strike, how important it was to trust your instincts, to speak up even when others dismissed you. She became a safety consultant. She traveled to airports nationwide, training staff to recognize hazards, teaching them to listen when someone raises a concern. She never flew through that airport again, but she did not need to. She had already left her mark. The passengers she saved stayed in touch. They formed a group. They called themselves the Gate 17 Survivors. Every year on the anniversary, they gathered. They shared stories. They reminded each other how precious life was. And they thanked Maya, the woman who saw danger when no one else did, who ran toward the fire instead of away, who proved that one person paying attention could change everything. Her mother asked her once if she was scared, if she regretted running into that burning plane. Maya thought for a long moment. Then she said no, because in that moment there was no time for fear, only action, only the knowledge that people needed help, and she was the only one who could give it. That is what heroes do. They do not wait for someone else. They do not second-guess themselves. They see what needs to be done and they do it. Maya Chen was not looking to be a hero that day. She just wanted to fly home for her mother's birthday. But when the moment came, when lives hung in the balance, she became exactly what the world needed. One girl against the fire. One voice that refused to be silenced. One act of courage that saved 45 lives and changed aviation safety forever. So, if you like this video, please like and subscribe for more videos like this.